What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Heath Mullikin Project, the podcast where we're helping you discover your purpose, your passion, and your possibilities. Thanks for your support. We're in a series of episodes, a series of 7 episodes where we're going through the 7 habits talked about in Mark Batterson's great book, Win the Day. Highly recommend it. These episodes aren't really digging too deep. We're just kind of scratching the surface. That's why you need to buy the book. Dig a little bit deeper. It will change your life. Let's do a quick review. Episode 1, habit number 1, flip the script. Habit number 2, ride the wave. Habit number 3, eat the frog. And habit number 4 is fly the kite. Now, what in the world does that mean? When we talk about flying the kite, we're talking about small, consistent actions that lead to big results. To realize you are not going to achieve success overnight. You have to have daily disciplines. You have to have daily faithfulness. You have to be faithful in the little things. And if you're faithful in the little things, the Lord is going to give you the big things to be faithful in. And if you haven't read the book, there's a lot of books about habits. Atomic Habits by James Clear is a really good one. He talks about habit stacking. Again, you're going to hear me. This book is about habits. Your Best Year Ever talks about habits. And so what we're talking about is these small daily habits. Sometimes this is something really, really small that if you can do it consistently and you can do it every day, you're going to build some compounding interest. Boom, 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 boom. Maybe it's just, sometimes it might just be taking a walk. Or maybe it's getting on the Bible app and doing a daily reading on there. Or maybe it's, one habit that I'm trying to do every day is I do 10 minutes of Winhof, WINHOF. If you go on YouTube, Winhof breathing routine, it's about an 11 minutes, and he just kind of walks you through breathing. And you're like, well, that just sounds weird. No, nothing weird about it. You're literally just breathing. It's not think about that. No, you're literally focusing on breathing, and the style of breathing. What he does, it oxygenates your cells. It fills your lungs. The more I can tell a physical difference on the days I do this breathing exercise and the days I don't. And so it's a habit that's become really, really important to me. And I think sometimes we dream so big, and there's nothing wrong with that. And we got to dream big. But you got to start somewhere. And sometimes that means you got to start small. If you're going to write a 300-page book, it starts with one word. If you're going to do an hour-long comedy special, it starts with one joke. If you're going to write a song, it starts with one line. I love Jerry Seinfeld's story of this, that he just writes every day. He writes something, and in the calendar, he just puts an X. If he wrote that day, he puts an X. And it doesn't have to be a long thing. It's not complicated. He just comes up with one idea a day. One idea a day for a joke. And he just tries to string as many X's as he can. And that's what we're talking about. Whether it's exercise or writing or reading your Bible or whatever. There's a million great habits you can do. I think on the flip side of that, it's, what are the things you need to not do? What are the things that you're putting an X that you didn't do, and you're trying to get as long a streak of that as possible? I think there are those things in our life too. Zechariah 4:10, such a great verse. It says, do not despise these small beginnings. I think, I grew up admiring and watching Michael Jordan, and he wasn't always Air Jordan. He got cut in 10th grade, and he had to work hard. And You think about if Michael Jordan played 36 minutes in a basketball game, there was probably 36 hours or more of work that he put in to be able to be awesome at that 37 minutes in a game. And so a lot of these things, we talk about flying the kite, a lot of that stuff's not public. A lot of that stuff's people are never going to see. You're not going to get an award. You're not going to get a ribbon. But if you do the small habit, let's say your small habit is just reading your Bible in the morning consistently. And you're reading the Bible and you're getting in the Word, and more importantly, the Word is getting into you, you're going to start to see changes. You're going to start to feel changes. You're going to start to think differently. You're going to start to see circumstances around you start changing because you're changing and you're dealing with those circumstances differently. All because you are building small, consistent, daily habits that are helping you become the person God created you to be. So every day you got to fly the kite. Again, the book is Win the Day. 7 habits that will help you live your best life. What does this actually say? 7 habits to help you stress less and accomplish more. Yeah, that's a good way of saying it. Let's review real quick. Habit number 1, flip the script. Habit number 2, kiss the wave. Habit 3, eat the frog. And then habit 4, fly the kite. I am so grateful for your support. I want you to know, I don't want this to be just a dude talking. I want this to be interactive. I'm so grateful when people send a message like, hey, saw your podcast, really appreciated it. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate the support. One way you can support, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, hit the like, hit that bell to get the notifications. On Facebook, like the page, like the post, share the post, tell a friend, Telegram, tell a wrestler. Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We're wherever you can find audio and video podcasts. Again, all things Heath Mullikin at heathmullikin.com. Maybe you're watching this. I don't say this often. Maybe you're like, hey, we're looking for someone. Our pastor is going to be out of town, or our pastor needs a break, and we need somebody to preach one weekend. I would be happy to do that. Maybe you got a camp or a retreat, and you're just looking for somebody to come in and invest in your people and love on them and be a cheerleader and challenge them. And I would love to do that. So heathmullikin.com, or there's about a gazillion ways you can contact me. I'm not hard to find. It sounds like I'm like challenging somebody to a fight, but I'm not. I'm not hard to find. I'm not hard to find, and I'm not much of a. I fight for the right things, and not just. I don't like to fight people, but I'm just so grateful, man. I'm so grateful for the medium of podcasting, and it is so therapeutic, and again, for me, in order to be a consistent podcaster, you gotta fly the kite. You gotta have some habits. You gotta have some things that you're gonna do consistently in order to create the content and get it out. So I'm just grateful for all the support. I'm grateful to have this platform. So God bless you all. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.